each week we pick a theme, and everything we do that week is related to that theme. So, for example, today we have a debate, and the debate topic is about whether we should adopt local etiquette when we are visiting or immigrating to a new country. So, for example, if I was going to immigrate to Jordan, should I learn the local customs and the etiquette, or should I continue to use my own? As an American, should I continue to use my own? Right. So that's going to be the debate today. Okay.
I'm guessing, Rick, that Regatta is from Jordanian, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Regatta. How are you doing? Hello, Regatta. How are you doing? My name is Jamie. I am American like Rick. Whoops. Sorry.
Sorry, guys. I'm not listening right now because I have noise because of the kids. All the kids of the family are roaming around me.
Okay.
So maybe it's the okay. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, that's fine. Take your time. And I see Mary has joined us. Hey, Mary.
Hey, Mary. Hey.
Hi, Rick. Hi, Jamie.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Mary.
So.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Jamie, Mary. What's up?
Hey, Priam. Hello, everybody.
Okay. So.
Hi, everybody.
Hello,
Actually, I can't. Actually, voice is breaking now, and I can't hear properly. I don't know what happens to.
Maybe you have to retry the call or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Try to leave the call, then try to join again. Maybe I don't know why. Okay, so let me make sure I've got everybody here. So Sulka, Pritam, Johnny, Rugaya, Aman, Jamie, and Mary. That's who we have. I think we have enough people. We can start to pick some teams.
You know where I'm going, Rick.
What's that?
Excuse me before beginning.
Sure.
Yeah, before beginning our class for today, somebody was about to ask me a question about Jordanian people. I don't know.
Yeah, that was Jamie.
No, I said, I said, hello, Jordan. Hello, hello, Ragnar. How are you doing? You're from Jordan, yes?
Yes, I'm doing good, thank you.
Are you from Amman?
I'm originally from Irbid, but I live in Amman.
Okay. Tasharafna, hello. Nice to meet you.
Who's this? Sorry.
It's still me, Jimmy. Hello, nice to meet you. Assalamu alaikum, Tasharafna. I'm working my.
To meet you.
Thank you.
Okay, so what we're gonna do? Let me just go ahead and explain what we're gonna do. Because we have two people here that have not previously participated in a debate. So we have a topic. The topic, let me go back to read specifically what the topic says. The topic says very specifically, bless you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, Fever.
It says we should adopt the etiquette of the culture we are in if we are either visiting or immigrating. Okay? So we should adopt the etiquette of the culture we are in. Does everybody understand what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so that's pretty easy to understand. Okay. And then what we do again for the new folks, we're going to go ahead and we have three teams. One team is for the topic. One team is against the topic. The third team will be judges, and they will listen to everybody and they will judge which team did a better job. Okay?
The letters are A is for, B is against, C neutral.
So we're going to go ahead and do that.
Excuse me. What is the meaning of etiquette?
Manners. How to behave.
Society, Think about it. The rules of society. Okay, our societal behavior. So, as an example, if you are living in Jordan, I'm assuming that a man and a woman, when they greet in public, if they are not related, they don't hug each other, right?
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so that would be considered to be etiquette. Okay, in the United States, we do that all the time. Okay, right?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have weird strangers. But, yeah.
So that would be a form. Maybe eating. In some countries, some cultures, men will eat before women eat. That's an etiquette. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's fair.
What's that?
But that's not fair.
Well, I know.
Well, we were here first, Harry.
But that's the point. That's the point of etiquette, is to determine social behavior, how we should interact with each other. Okay.
Hey, can you spell it for me?
Etiquette.
I just did.
Yeah.
I put in text.
Yeah. But let me. Okay. Etiquette. Okay.
Thanks, Jimmy.
You're welcome.
Yes.
It's French, so.
So the point about this is, think in terms of social.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see. You mean etiquettes?
It's like the manners.
I thought it. Yes, I thought it some other word. Just I didn't hear like Kate. Educate. I think.
Yeah.
No, it's etiquette.
Yes, I see. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is I will ask everybody to pick a team. Again, Team A believes that we should adopt the etiquette of the culture that we are in, either as visitors or as immigrants. Team B will disagree with that. And Team C, if you don't want to be on Team A or B, you could be on Team C, and you will be a judge, and you will listen to everybody, and you will give your opinion which team did a better job of presenting their argument. Okay? All right? So that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to start, Surka, with you.
Wow. I am
Ladies first.
So what team?
Okay.
What team would you like to join? Do you think that we should adopt the etiquette of the culture that we're in?
Yes. I think yes. I can start to talk about etiquette. Am I good in my pronunciation?
Yes. Yes.
Well, wait. Okay, well, no, wait, hang on a second. But no, I'm not going to ask you to speak about etiquette right now. We're going to wait until we pick everybody on a team. So after we put everybody on either team A, okay, so after we put everybody on Team A or Team B or Team C, then we'll ask people to talk about it, okay? So right now it sounds like you want to be on Team A, so I put you on Team A, okay? Okay, Pritam, how about you? What team would you like to be on?
Yes, I'm just B.
B, you said?
Yes, I'm disagree.
You disagree, okay.
You disagree, okay, so you'll be on Team A. Or, I'm sorry, Team B.
Team B.
Okay, so Johnny, what team would you like to be on?
Team A.
Ooh.
Okay, so Johnny's on Team A. Okay, let's go to Urgaya. What team would you like to be on?
I feel like standing on the fence, so
You can go to Team C.
Yeah, so I prefer to be a judge today.
Okay. Oh, very nice, very nice. Now it's a lot of work because that means you have to listen to what everybody says.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end, what's going to happen? We're going to ask you to give your opinion about which team did a better job of presenting their argument. So you're going to choose which team did a better job. Okay. Okay. So Jamie, what team would you like to be on?
A all the way.
A all the way. Okay, Mary, how about you?
A.
All right, Mary.
Gosh. Okay, so Pritam, you're by yourself in Team B, okay? It's 1, 2, 3, 5 against 1, okay?
What about you? If
No.
you were joining, oh
Huh?
wow. If you were joining, which team would you join? If you were joining,
Well,
what
no,
team?
I know. I'll say that after we finish. I'll say
Okay.
that. Okay. So again, let me repeat the teams. Team A: Surka, Johnny, Jamie, Mary. Team B: Pritam, and Rogaya's the judge. Okay. So we're gonna begin. All right. Now let me explain for Surka and Rogaya. You have about 1 to 2 minutes to explain your position. Something that's very helpful when you explain your position is to, if you can, cite any statistics, any maybe examples, to help to illustrate your point, those kind of things. Okay. And then, like I said, what we do is we'll go to Team A first, then we'll go to Team B, and we'll go back to Team A. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a tennis match.
a recommendation?
What's that? What's that?
Since we have only one person in Team B, I suggest that we start with Team B.
Good point.
Why would we start with Team B?
Because the only
We
person.
have only one person.
Okay. Okay, I don't think it mattered, but sure, we could do that. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so Pritam, would you like to tell us what you think? So your position is against it. So tell us why you're against it. Pritam, are you here?
Oh.
Pritam.
Pritam, where are you, Pritam?
Okay, well, we're not going to start with Team B. Okay, we'll start with Team A. Oh, no, he's here. Okay, Pritam.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, yes.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, please. Tell us what you think.
Yes. Okay, thank you. At first, it's difficult to choose. I agree and disagree because if I had to choose, I selected disagree because I will try to defend myself. Okay, at least because there is no common etiquette in the world. Even you can say example of Europe in the U.S. The along with many languages spoken, maybe in the less number, like Spanish as well, and in Canada, and they are speaking in my country, example here in India, over 100 languages are spoken, and it is diversity country, and here we have every religion, and every religion has its own culture, and some of the religion has its own language. That's why I'm I'm opted for disagree. If for you can example here we have a leader named Sonia Gandhi. She is the wife of former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. She came from Italy, and yes, definitely she adopted the Indian culture, and she started to speak in Hindi before she used to speak in Italian, and Spanish and French. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. 1 minute. My mother is talking. Okay. I'm muting for a moment.
Okay. So it was really hard, a little bit hard to understand what you said.
Yeah.
A little bit hard to understand. What I would suggest, I got the idea. You said in India you have 100 different languages, etc. I didn't quite get the point, but why don't we go? Go ahead. Do you want to? Why don't we do this, Pritam? Let's do this. Since you're by yourself on the team, let's go through everybody else on Team A. If you have something else you want to add at the end of Team A, feel free to add it. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, Sulka, how about you? Why would you think that we should adopt the cultures, or not the culture, the etiquette?
We must to be educated and to have etiquette because we are human, and we must communicate with each other, and when I go to say someone to say please, to ask something at first, and I go to think, yes, I must to say at the first to have an etiquette, because I can't say the others, hey you, can you help me for something? No, I can't. At first, etiquette means that we have some rules. According me, we have rules in our life, in our behavior. But manners are the way how we use those rules. And for this, it's important to have etiquette and to be very kind with the others, to have good behaviors or manners, I mean. Especially when we are we have inside of us, sometimes we have two behaviors. When we are for example, when we are very quiet, we have any attention or stress, yes, we are good, but we must be very carefully. Sorry, my house is near to a road. And when we are under the stress, sometimes we can't be very kindly with the others, and sometimes we can't use those rules of etiquette. But yes, we must be strong and to have a good behavior, and especially with etiquette.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Okay, thank you so much. So, and welcome to Rajano, who's just joined us. So, Johnny, let's go to you.
Okay. Can you all hear me well?
I was gonna. Yeah, we hear you. Very well.
Can I say what?
Very well. No. I was gonna say something about. Now I'll wait. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, my take on this is that for me, etiquette is all about showing respect. So when I am in a different culture, it would be a good idea to know some of the etiquette that they have there, in order to be respectful. Let's talk about language, like Pritam said. If I go to a culture in a different country where they speak a different language, and I say, well, I don't speak this language, I don't like it, I will just stick with my own language, and everybody else should do their homework to understand me, because I don't care. So if I do that, it will be a demonstrably lack of respect towards the other culture. So if you really want to be respectful, I think there are certain kind of guidelines that it would be a good idea if you can follow them, so that they will feel that you respect them. But my main point would be that we should adopt the etiquette of the culture, as long as it doesn't compromise our principles and our identity. When our identity and principles are compromised, that could create a conflict, and that wouldn't be a good idea. That wouldn't be good. So as long as it doesn't change who we are, as long as it doesn't have any conflict with our principle, I think that knowing how to show respect in their way would be a good idea. So that's what I think.
Okay, thank you, Johnny. Very well said. Thank you. Very well done. Okay, Jamie, and also welcome to Hiroki. Okay, Jamie, what do you think about this?
Well, I think you know my stance on etiquette. It's very important, I think, when visiting another culture or that's different from yours. You have to do your homework and learn the rules, so it's not look like some sort of so let's say some sort of idiot, and when you're in that culture, it helps if you learn the language, then people will be able to would respect you more. Or if you're visiting another religion, like when I've been to a synagogue, if you learn the rules of that religion, then people will also learning etiquette of another culture also is will gain you more respect, and people will appreciate you more. Especially the fact that you took the time to learn the rules and manners of that country or the culture. So it'll make it easier for you to get around in that culture and not look like a total tourist or a total outsider. And no one wants to be. We want to be included in every culture and everywhere we go. We'd like to be included in everywhere we go, because it's no fun being alone. If you can make friends and be respectful in their cultures, then you'll have a better experience when you visit that culture or visit certain houses. Like for example, if you're in Arab countries, you don't eat with your left hand, you eat with the right. Or like in Japan, for example, you take your shoes off. Every culture has its own etiquette and own rules, and we must must strive to follow those rules. Because if you, I think the world would be a lot better place if we all learn how to get along with each other and how to learn how to interact with each other. Especially learning another country's language is also very key. That'll definitely get you a lot of respect. That's what I think.
Okay, very good. Good job. Give me just a moment. Now we're going to go to Mary. And yeah, Johnny, I've been writing down some notes, so I guess I'm going to I don't think this is going to be too much of a content. But,
okay.
Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead, Mary. Go ahead.
Yes. I think if you want to live where or work where with people in the place, it's really important first to learn the etiquette of the culture. And if you want to avoid offending others, of course, it's also really important. And first, you need to learn the etiquette of the culture and know how to adopt and how to get along with people. And even if you work in a place, and of course you also want people to collaborate. The word
Collaborate.
Yeah, collaborate with
Collaborate,
you,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Thank you. I have problems in pronunciation of the word. So, of course, first we have to learn, and I have to adapt like that. If you do not learn the etiquette, of course, you might offend others, and if you offend others, and of course, you will also get yourself in trouble. Other people, of course, might pay you back, and they would not want to work with you. They might make trouble for you. And on the other hand, if you want other people to respect you first, you have to respect others. If you do not know the etiquette, if you do not adopt, you keep the rule or etiquette in your place, maybe it is acceptable in your country, in your place, but people in other place or other country in the other culture would not accept. It could be rude or offensive. And do you think you like to live well with these people who do not respect you? Of course not. And the other is that if Since if you want to make friends, people are social creature, and of course you need to um, re hmm, re react with others, and you do not want to be feel left out. You you want to make friends. You want to make everything good for you and live in a good situation. You need to learn how to get along with people, and so that people will be nice, friendly, and helpful with you. For you, it's good for learn and adapt to the uh, adapt, etiquette of the culture. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Very well said, Mary. Very well done. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do for Hiroki and Soso. We're gonna wrap up the debate part now. Then we'll go into basically what I see happening is a continuation from yesterday, where we talk about maybe some specific things. So from a debate, let's get the debate part done. Then we'll go to asking for questions and comments. So Pritam, did you have anything else? You were the only person on Team B. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Yes.
What else would you like to say?
Okay. So I'm saying if any person wants to come in India and he wants to immigrate here, so my question here is for myself. Which language should he speak here? Because here we have no common language. I already find it out here. And what costumes should he wear here if he comes here? We don't have any common costumes here. If anybody start to live in southern part of India, here we wear something jeans and t-shirt, and if he starts to live in southern north part of India, where they live, something pajama, we call it pajama, and something longies, and he start to live eastern part of India, so they have their own other culture, and they wear, I don't know what they wear, is their different kind. So this is the point I'm saying, that it is not mandatory, it's not compulsory to adopt there. If one more, a player from India has to go in Iran to play tennis, and there it has been mandatory that he has to wear a burqa. Do you know burqa?
Yeah. Burqa.
Yes. But because the Indian women, because she was Hindu, and it has been mandatory that he has to wear burqa if he has to come there to play the games there. But she denied to go there, because that's why I'm saying it's not mandatory and compulsory.
Okay. All right. So okay. Good point. Good example. So let me go ahead. Everybody mute your mic. Jamie, mute your mic, please. Okay. So what I'm gonna do? Let me try to summarize what I heard everybody say, since I guess I'm the acting judge, since Rogaya left us. I'm just going to summarize what people said from a team. So I think, Pritam, your point, that last point you just brought up is a good point. So what you said, that last point, is that, as an example, if you go to a certain region of a country, even if it's not even another country, it could be your own country, but you go to a different part where they practice different etiquette or different customs. Okay.
One point. Here I'm from northern part. Here we speak in Hindi, and if you go in the southern part, they speak in Tamil, Kannada, and Telugu languages. Even they don't know Hindi language, and whenever we have to speak to them, we have to use English language as a common language. Yes.
Well, I think no, I understand what you're saying. So your point, your point is, if we look at the topic again, what we should, I mean, let me see, we should adopt the etiquette of the culture we are in. So if you're using the example of somebody traveling from southern India to northern India, they should adopt the local culture, not the culture, the customs, the etiquette. Okay.
No, I'm saying if any person comes from
yeah,
another country.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but I'm just trying to get to this point.
Okay.
That you're saying that no, because in some cases people shouldn't, like you mentioned the burqa, that if a woman doesn't follow a certain faith, she shouldn't have to wear a burqa just because that's what the local etiquette or clothing etiquette is, right?
Yeah.
That, I think that's more of a religious thing, not necessarily a clothing thing. But got your point. Understand your point. So, okay. Well, so let me go through now. Okay, let me go through now what Team A said. Team A really emphasized the point about respect. The Team A basically strongly emphasized the point that if we are in somebody else's home, which you can say is their country or their region of a country. Again, some countries have different etiquette in their country, okay, depending upon what part you're at, okay? So Team A was saying that it's a matter of respecting, okay, unless it violates some deep principle that you hold. And that's what Johnny said. And to be honest, that's actually what Pritam just said, okay, as well, okay? His point is that if you have a certain basic principle, no, you shouldn't have to change yourself to the local, okay? So, I think actually in this case, it's not a yes and no. It wasn't really a yes and no, right? Because the point is that, we should, however, there are exceptions to that, is what I heard from Team A and Team B. Okay, so I think in terms of the who had the stronger position, I think Team A had the stronger position. Again, there was one person on Team B, 5 people on Team A, but the fact is, Team A, at least one person on Team A, did agree that in some cases we shouldn't adopt the etiquette of the culture we're in. And I would agree with that. I would agree that there are certain cases where I would not, because maybe of a deeply held belief I have, okay? So I'm going to call this a tie. And I know we don't like ties. But the reason why I want to call it a tie is because I think it left open. Team A, you left open. And if I was on Team A, I would have done the same thing. I would have been accused of the same thing. It left open the possibility that in some cases we shouldn't. Okay? Right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
I mean, I would say in some places, yeah. So I think that point is a very important point. That it's not like in every single situation.
I'll be back.
It's not like in every single situation we're blindly going to do whatever somebody else does, right?
So let's blame the way that the topic is.
So that's actually pretty interesting.
Right?
What's that?
Let's blame the way that the topic is phrased. Then, if it would have included the word always,
we should, so we should adopt. Oh my gosh. Well, but that's an absolute. And I know, when I say we should. Okay, it doesn't say. This goes back to our discussion on the material on what day was it? Wednesday, whatever. Should, may, might, could.
Yeah.
But I think it's a fair point. I think it's a fair point to bring up, because I would have said if I was on, I would have probably chosen Team A. However, I would have said that there are some exceptions to that. Let me give you guys real quickly 3 exceptions I saw most recently. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and open it up to Soso and Hiroki and everybody else, Kavya, that joined us. 3 exceptions I saw in Tunisia. One is that I think I offended Amin a little bit because they kept trying to get me to eat. And there were some times that I finally said, no, enough, stop, okay? Okay, that was one, okay? I said, I know it's important, okay, but I'm sorry, but no. The second thing was to go with his family every night somewhere because his family wanted to treat every night somewhere. And finally, I would say sometimes, no, I want my own time to do my own thing. Thank you, but no thank you, okay? So I think I did a little bit of offending there, okay? And there was one more I mentioned before. I can't remember what it was. So the point is that even standing on what?
The line, skipping the line.
No, that was China. That was China.
Okay.
Yeah, that was China where they don't pay any attention to standing in a queue. Yeah, standing in line. Nothing personal, Mary. But but no, it was something else. It was something else related to I don't know what it was now. I can't remember. But anyway, the point was that, you know, in that case, and I did do some homework before I went there. I did some homework. I learned some general things in the language, right? I did do some homework because I knew that there would be some things that came up that were not going to be things that I was used to. Okay. So anyway, so I'm going to go ahead. We have, like I said, Kavya and Hiroki and Soso have joined us. Just real quickly, I want to introduce everybody here to Surka. She is a new member. She is from Albania. So please welcome Surka. Okay.
Thanks.
Welcome,
Everybody, I
Surka.
wish all the best. Hi. Hi.
So what I'm going to do, hey, Johnny, are you going to be here for about 10 or 15 minutes?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to step away. I have to drive down the store real fast. I'm going to step away, but it's just right down the street. But I'll be back in about 15 minutes, okay? To go ahead and pick up again. So the people, again, that have not gone yet to express what they think are Hiroki, Soso, and Kavya, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll be right back.
Okay. So who would like to start? The ones that didn't speak yet. Soso, Kavya, Roki.
Again, me? Okay. If you want, I can introduce myself for everyone.
Sure. Go ahead.
We can. No, I mean, if you want, but if we go to discuss again about our topic. No. I want to say, for what to go me now to talk for our topic or to introduce yourself or something other.
You mean they want
Hello?
you want them to introduce themselves?
No. You said me Sulka, and I said for what can I talk?
Yes, we're still talking about the topic. I think you haven't spoken yet about it.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you want to say something
Yes,
about this, you can.
Yes, of course. Again, I can say someone before some days sent me a quote. You know, an expression or a phrase. It was very interesting, and it was about if you go to keep your mouth closed, or if you go to talk, it's for many times maybe it's a danger. But if you go to smile all the time with one smile, it's and it's very comfortable for a people, for a person that who smile, and for the others that can see you. And this is considered like a great manner. That means we must to have not sometimes but all the time. As I said before, it's not good when someone go to you for one time you go to talk with someone and it's okay, and you and he or she in front of you. But when you see after some times and he feels bad or she, and it's not in good mood, and go to say, oh, come on, I'm not good now, don't talk with me. This is very very weak, I think, in our character. And for this, sometimes we must be very very careful with our self. We must to be very strong sometimes, because we can't we can't give our bad mood in ourselves the others. I mean, we must be very quiet, very strong, like a poem that is by poet I mean Rudyard Kipling, with the poem if you can be it's a letter that he wrote for his son. For this I think that is very important for us. But and the etiquette, if I'm said good, pronounced good, it's must be like a dress for us, like we are show the others our face and our body and everything, and our etiquette must be very very clear for the others in every sociable of our people, not only my people and the others, but every person must have, even he is poor or rich, even he is pretty or ugly, even he is. But yes, I can explain this. If someone is very ugly, according some people, according someone, because no one it's pretty, no one it's beauty, no one it's ugly. This depends about our concept, and for this we have to do the best for the others. The good manner, the good etiquette. I remember in this point. I remember a picture. Was a old man, and he looked very ugly. But in front of him was a child. The smile of child, because this man, this old and ugly, if we can say ugly man, this child was his nephew, and this child was very very happy that was in front of his grandfather or grandmother. I don't know who is. Am I clear now, or to be clear, dear love?
Sure.
That means that who has a good behavior, who has etiquette very higher. Not all the time we must have very higher etiquette. I mean, we must have, for example, 1% or 10%. Not all the time 100%. We are very happy for us. We will be happy for ourselves and for the others. Oh, I hope that I am clear, but if someone wants to ask me something, I can explain again.
Sure. Thank you very much. I did understand everything. But if anybody have any question for Solka, you can ask her. Any question for her? Jamie?
Maybe I was not clear with my explaining. And yes, you can ask me what you want.
All right. Any question for Solka? Pritam?
Maybe
Okay.
not.
Yes, no, okay.
Mm-hmm. No? Okay.
No. No.
All right. So? Well, I do have one. Okay. So, go ahead.
Well, yeah, to be honest, I couldn't really understand because you explained too much information, and in the end, could you please summarize in just one sentence about the topic? Do you, for example, do you adopt when you visit a different country? Do you adopt or follow others' etiquette, for example? You're from Albania, so.
Yes, yes. I'm from Albania.
Yeah, so when you visit, for example, you visit France, do you do as French people do? Or maybe you stick with your culture, with your etiquette, and try to say, no, I don't do that. So
yes, I got it. Yes, I haven't traveled without Albania except from Kosovo. I was there to work. It's a part of Albania, but this is another topic. Kosovo is a new state now. But when I go to talk with my citizens, my people here, when I have possibility to talk with someone that is immigrant in the other countries, yes, they go to explain me many examples that usually it's the same thing to say, to be good, to be sociable with the others, to have a good behavior, to have the basic etiquettes. I mean, but some of rules are very different. For example, when someone go to French and yes, they go to be very wonderful, to be surprised with the new rules, and they are at the first, like the all the immigrants, they are very be stop. I don't know the good. At first, they are. How can I say? Let me find in Google Translate. Yes, they are very fair. They are straight, or they are shy to think. Yes, France is one country, a good, a big country, a very modern country. Yes, and they don't do the same behavior that they have here. I'm not talking about the bad people or negative people. I'm talking about positive people that want the same thing, to feel good for themselves, and to feel good to feel good than the others. Yes, some rules are different, but the basic rules I think are the same in all the cultures. If you go, for example, in an office, at first, when you go there, you must to say hi, not to wait the others to say you hi. And when you finish something, you must to say thank you. And if you don't know the language of this country, you must to shake your head and to give a smile in front of your part in front of you, who is in front of you. And that I can say, but there are a lot of many things, but this is the mostly that I think.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was really nice hearing you. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Sasa, for the questions. Does anybody else have any other question for Solka? Mary, perhaps?
Yes. I'm ready. Yes.
Okay. Welcome back, Rick.
Thank you.
That was fast.
Yeah, the store's just right down the street.
Okay. Well, Soka was speaking, and Sosa asked her a question, and she answered. We still need, we still have Sosa and Kavia and Hiroki to go, and Reza just joined us too.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Soka, very much.
Next? Any of them?
Thank you too.
Okay. Do you want me, Johnny? Do you want to keep this doing? I'll just listen.
No, that's okay. You can. I have a delay with this streaming thing.
Okay. So let's go ahead. Soso.
Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead? Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and explain to us your position about this specific thing?
For me, I think, how about we, as a guest, respect the host, and the host respect the guests. Both make each other feel comfortable. If you come, for example, in my house, I am aware that who is going to be in my house, and you are aware who you're heading to. So we do our research and try to make each other comfortable. Of course, you have principles and I have mine. I can compromise things, but it's not that big deal, and you can do it also. But at least we have a good time. Yeah, this is my thing.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. You said, and I think you bring up a good point that at some point in time, if I invite somebody that I know is from a different culture to come here and they visit, then I think I have an obligation to learn a little bit about their culture, right? Their culture, their etiquette, their customs,
Absolutely, yeah.
right? So it's not just like show up here and do everything that we do and that's all. No, okay. So again, I think we have an obligation as being the host to be sensitive or maybe aware is a better word, being aware of those things. So yeah, I think that's a really good point. Both sides have a responsibility, a shared responsibility, right? Okay. Is there any specific etiquette or custom from your standpoint though that you would not accept in your house?
In our house?
Yeah, I'm saying I seen Soso or because Soso said compromise. So that word is an important word, compromise. Is there any area that you would not compromise on?
Well, the greeting things, I think it's personal. I can greet you the way that I feel, that I respect you, and you accept the greeting because you know that the way that I'm greeting you is respectful to you. And yeah, this is one, and that's all. I think that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know because I have lots of things, but I don't know. Because let me just tell you something. I treat everybody with the same respect. Not because you're from a different country, I treat you better or different than my people. I treat you the same way that I greet you, I greet everybody. Yeah. This is it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anybody else have a question for Soso?
Yeah, I just.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Soso, you just mentioned the greeting. How do people greet each in Algeria? What do you mean by the greeting? What is the greeting? Like assalamu alaikum and shake hands? Or?
No, it's for us. Don't just hug or shake your hand until the woman initiate. Don't do that because we have women who doesn't like that. Let us first initiate greeting, and if she shake her hand, you can do the same, but don't put your hand like that, and because you will get refused. I've done that many times. Yeah, I've done that many times.
So if you wait a minute, so if you put out your hand and they women in
some
that shake
people
hands.
think, some people think that you are all the same. We are not the same.
No.
Just we are. Yeah. So because I am, they think that all Algerians can shake hands. They are not. So don't put yourself in a situation of embarrassment. Because I've done that. Some people try to make themselves feel cool. I'm not that cool. Don't do that to me.
No, you're very cool, Sosa. You're very cool.
Thank you. No, because they know we come from the same country, the same culture, and people know the rules. Why you are crossing the line? So you see the problem. So you cross the line, I cross the line too. I'm not going to respect you, so I'm going to say no in front of public. No.
Okay. So, but you said shake hands, or are you only talking about hugging? Or both?
Yeah, what is the exact reading in Algeria for strangers?
Well, hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
go ahead.
Yeah, we hear you.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
So we don't hug here. So no, we don't.
Not the close men to us, like brothers and uncles, grandpas, like this.
Okay, so the etiquette.
You got me? Yeah.
Yeah. We get you. So the etiquette in Jordan is such that, and again, it's kind of, I think it's what Soso was saying earlier.
Well, for us, we consider this an etiquette. It is a part of our religion. You see,
right?
If it's allowed, so you.
And I think Soso made the argument yesterday that for many Muslims, not all, but for many Muslims, they tie the etiquette and religion together. And for example, in the United States, we would not consider greetings to be related to religion, right? It has nothing to do for most of us with our religion, okay? Completely separate. So if we greet somebody, if I go walk up to a person, a woman, and give them a hug, okay, it's but what Soso, and you could tell me if I'm wrong, Soso, but what you said is that you believe that most Muslims do consider it to be related to each other, right?
Yes, but I think I wonder if Christianity religion allows the people who are Christian people to greet each other intimately, right?
Well,
as far as I know, it does.
Yeah, we don't. I mean,
because when we look at the nannies in the church, they are let's say more covered, and they have much respect to. It's something that has to do with
you mean the
I
nuns?
don't know.
You mean nuns?
Yes, the nuns at church.
Those are only in Catholic Church.
The nuns, I don't know where do you have them, but the nuns, the Christian nuns, they are symbol.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But you're talking about people that are actually members of the church, like priests, okay? So
yes,
you're talking about
priests.
Right. You're talking about.
I do believe that they greet each other with hugs and kisses, right? And moreover, we always, as Muslims, are accused that we are very, I don't know, maybe retarded people because women are wearing hijab and they covered all their body and stuff like that. But what I see that nuns are covered more than Muslims here, more than women Muslims. Because the origin of your religion is, we can say, the origin is the truth or the idol for you, but many people doesn't follow this, right? So it is the false with people, not with the religion.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead, Rebecca.
It is the concept that was adopted by people, which over time became a tradition. It's common, it's normal to kiss a girl in the street, while if you go back to your resources, you'll find out that this is forbidden and this is not allowed.
Well, I think again, this is an area where people have different opinions and people have different interpretations. Um, I think that there's a difference between somebody, for example, there's a difference between somebody that's a priest and somebody that like I consider myself a Christian, but I don't believe that women should have to cover themselves or whatever. Okay, so I think it comes down to how we interpret something. Okay, so
But how do you interpret that nannies are wearing hijab like women Muslims?
Nuns. That's not nannies.
yeah,
That's an
Nuns.
outfit of
well,
a
I think
profession.
because
Every profession has an outfit. It's just an outfit.
they're part
Okay,
of.
so
Uh-huh.
so the outfit of the religion or religious idol is to be covered. Yeah,
Yeah,
and those nuns are supposed to be the role model for all the women
No,
of Christian women, I
no,
mean,
they're not
right?
well,
supposed to. No,
no.
no.
Because
No, in the Catholic faith, which is what Jamie said earlier. In the Catholic faith, it's different. Christianity covers a lot of different areas, just like Islam does, right? You have Sunni, Shia. Okay, you have different sects. Okay, so Christianity is the same thing. You have Catholics, you have Protestants, Baptists. So each one has a different position they take. Okay, so for the nuns that you mentioned. Okay, they have given a prayer of what's that? They have given a, I forget the term for it,
Oath?
of basically. Oh, there you go. They've given an
Yeah.
oath of basically chastise where, yeah, they do dress a certain way. They dress for humility purposes.
Yeah.
But that's a specific position within the church. That's a position within the church.
It
That's
represents
not the people that
sacrifice.
follow.
Yeah.
Right. So that's like if I may, please, it's like an imam may have certain obligations, right? In the Muslim world, an imam may have certain obligations that it puts him above, beyond maybe most other people. So I think it's different. I really do.
Yeah. And if I
well,
can
ironically, we put our hijab on because when Islam came to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah orders his wives to be covered and to be well dressed, let's say. That's why we follow this example and we cover ourselves.
Yeah.
But if you think about the feminists and the women before Islam, you can see all women are wearing like I don't know, most of American women right now. Let's say.
Rogaya, sorry,
Yeah.
can I say? Some of them was very dressed or well dressed. Some of them not
Yes,
very.
I meant no, you got me wrongly. What I meant is that they were not covering their heads. I mean, not all the American women are going are dressing not good. No, that's not the point. The point is we have two perspectives before Islam and after Islam. Whether it's respect clothes or well covered or not. You see, you can find a well dressed before Islam, but when Islam came to Muhammad, they asked us to be covered with non-tight clothes, to cover our heads, not to wear many makeups or I don't know what products they used at the time. But you see what I meant is they asked or Allah asked us to be purified from all the earth products, let's say.
If I can jump real quick. I mean, in Christianity, there nowhere in the Bible does it say you must cover yourselves. We can basically wear whatever you want as long as it's decent. And as for a greeting, there's no such as unlike in Islam, we don't have there's no set greeting. Like if I met Rick, we can shake hands or hug whatever. I don't have to say peace be with you, my brother. We just talk.
Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and continue moving forward. Because I know for some people this is a very sensitive thing, and we want to show respect for everybody.
Yeah.
It's important to respect everybody's ideas and opinions. But I think that Johnny actually had a couple questions for So-So, and we still have, and I would like to learn more from you also later about specific things in Jordan that we haven't talked about. But Johnny, if you want to ask your questions to So-So, I think we still have Hiroki hasn't spoken yet, and other people haven't spoken yet. So go ahead.
Yes, I have several questions. My first question would be, what etiquette don't you like about your culture? Which one don't you like about your culture?
Well, etiquette, I really don't know, but I really don't know what etiquette that I don't like, because I don't like some of them, but haven't any in my mind. Give me the second question so I think about the first question.
Okay, second question. Have you ever felt confused or offended by the way that someone from another culture pays respect?
Well, yeah, somehow, yeah. Because I didn't know their culture, the way they speak, so I got offended. Because I do respect myself. As I told you before, I do. For example, I'm a lady. Don't call me like a little girl, like girl or something. It's a way that people speak. But now I understand their culture, so I can better.
All right. The other question is, what manners from other cultures do you admire the most?
Well, I don't know much, but I like a Japanese bow, and namaste, Indian namaste, like do not touch anyone. I like that very much. Yeah.
All right. My last question. What does it mean to be polite?
Right, so because people do not follow certain things. But being polite is do not be nosy about others' businesses. For example, Richard yesterday said about when he went to Amin's brother's house and he wanted to meet his wife. I told you, here in my country, do not ask about others' wives. You come here to meet me, don't ask about the wives. No, because we take it like you are interfering in others' businesses. You are my friend, why you want to meet my wife? So it doesn't concern you, yeah.
Okay. Wait. I want to respond to that real fast.
Okay.
I want to respond to that real fast because what I said. I met his wife when I went into his apartment. He introduced me to his wife. Okay. Now, what I asked, we were sitting down to eat, and it was Amin, his brother, and I asked Amin, because I'm used to everybody eating together. I asked, where's his wife? Is she going to eat with us? And he said, no. When they have guests, she eats separate from the men.
As a respect, we give you, for example, comfortable to speak with a man in a comfortable way, because in a way she doesn't understand English, so why she will sit there and you speak English and she can't.
Amin's brother does not understand English either. He speaks no English. Okay, Amin had to be the interpreter the entire time. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. So why you need, for example, his wife to sit there and just look like, okay, I don't know what they are talking about. I better just take my plate and eat it somewhere else.
But you understand my perspective as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I know what you mean. I know your culture. I know that it's very open to you. But my question is for you, for Amin, if his wife, because you are friend with Amin, not Amin's brother, so if he got married, he should introduce his wife to you and make her sit with you, because he is your friend, the person that you know directly, but his brothers and his wife, she's not concerned. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
You shouldn't ask about people, Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should
So
know
it's,
when
it's
you
about,
naughty.
huh?
you know that we know that, you know, it's because we do have a different point of view. Like this is how we think. This is yeah, we think that you are entertaining our business. And so Algerians are tempered. So when you are insisting, hey man, what do you want now? What do you want? Do you want to fight?
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Oh, so trouble. Okay.
Oh yeah, she is. Yeah. But she's
Okay.
funny.
So Johnny, was that your last question?
Yeah, I have one question that is long, so I will put it in the chat and we can move on for
Okay.
her.
Okay. So we haven't heard from Hiroki. Hiroki, did you want to tell us what you think?
Okay, etiquette and manner for immigrants, is that a topic? Okay.
No, in general.
No, I checked the topic for immigrants.
Yeah, for immigrants, yeah.
Yeah, not general. You know, kind of, as a tourist, maybe it's, maybe, how can I say, it's easy to adjust the manner, local manner, because not easy sometimes, but they can leave the country soon. But for immigrants, you know, I think it's a bit different because, you know, even a small difference makes a big problem for immigrants because they have to leave the country, usually all through their life. So maybe gradually they can assimilate or they can adapt that local or that custom or etiquette. But I think at the beginning they suffer from how to manage it, even though they know it, they check it beforehand, and maybe it could be stressful. So as also say, maybe some compromise is necessary to adjust or to accept the immigrant in the society. So maybe I was thinking such kind of thing while I was listening to other people's talking.
Okay, so your point is that again, there's a difference between visiting and immigrating. So if you're immigrating, you should take more time to do your homework, research, whatever the case is, and because it's your new country, right? You're living there now, right?
Also, knowledge is not enough to deal with that knowledge they got for that country or that culture. So, because sometimes maybe their personal kind of belief on also the culture's expectation could be different. So maybe immigrant suffers from such dilemma if they leave the country. Also, maybe the people who accept immigrants also suffer such dilemma probably. So yeah, compromise also maybe to manage that in our humanity value. Maybe many human has share the same value, like maybe such kind.
Okay.
Ladies first, go ahead.
Good.
Thank you, John. You're being polite. Okay. So, Hiroki. Okay. So we were talking about the way that we respect each other. For example, the first thing is to greet. So, do Japanese people nowadays still practice the Japanese bow when you meet someone, or you are practicing the same way that Americans do, hugging and shaking hands? So what do you say?
Maybe shaking hand. Yeah, we usually we don't shake hand, but you can do that if you want, because everybody knows it's a friendly manner. So, but as a custom, it's not so common as a greeting here. Probably, it's up to the person anyway.
Yeah, I think bowing is still considered to be the standard, right, way of greeting, right?
Maybe yes.
When I was in Japan, it was, but then again, Okay, so then Johnny, you had a question?
Yeah, I guess I will get the same response. My question is related to that. So, Hiroki, what is the best or most important etiquette that your culture has been
Mhm.
given to the world?
Oh, given the world. I
In
I
other
don't
words,
know.
what is the etiquette that you think defines your culture?
Uh-huh. It's get my find the culture. Uh, take off the shoes inside my house.
Yeah.
Inside the house is comfortable for me, but I'm not sure because for some people, it's not comfortable, but for me it's comfortable. But anyway, maybe friendly manner. Maybe some people, wherever you go, some people are friendly, some people are not. So
Yeah, like same here.
so I think maybe more friendly people, I expect more friendly people focus on our friendliness. It's important, to the world or to the
Yeah.
people.
Hideki once told me, and I'm sorry to jump in, Hideki, that much of us has seen the Karate Kid Part 2, and they were all big on respect and all that. I once thought, how can honor be transmitted? He said, no, all that's false. Some of the things that they said in that movie are a bit over exaggerated. I guess Hollywood didn't do their homework when they made that movie.
Which one are you talking about?
Karate Kid Part 2. Remember when?
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch
you should. It's excellent.
Okay.
Kind of
son goes there. What?
Hollywood fantasy.
Well, when I was in Japan, it was a long time ago. When I was in Japan, though, I met somebody, and she was kind of showing me around the city and the culture and that kind of stuff. And the part, again, I think a lot of it maybe just depends upon the person, right?
Exactly. I think I sometimes I can say, take a drive with some foreign people here. I always ask beforehand, which do you prefer to do? Visiting a traditional spot or kind of shopping mall? Because usually Japanese people tend to automatically think foreign people are interested in our traditional things, but actually some people are not. Many people, since many people do that, they have to do that many times in Japan. So I always ask their preference, their wants beforehand.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So anybody else have any other questions? I want to make sure. I think Anna hasn't spoken yet, and Alireza hasn't spoken yet, and Grace has not spoken yet. So any of the people I just mentioned would like to give their idea about this topic, specifically. Anybody?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Hey, Alireza.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Good. So what do you think?
Okay, actually, what other people has said, so it's all running in Iran as well. The culture is like, she's from Algeria, right?
Yeah. Yes, she's from.
Yeah, and our culture is mostly like there. And another thing that is, for example, when you are smaller than another person, for example, man by man shake their hands, not the opposite sex. And for example, when we meet someone, and if a person is smaller than another person, the smaller would say hello, and the bigger one, the bigger man would respond hello and would goes for shaking hand.
Okay, so so you're saying the younger will pay respect to the older person by shaking their hand or saying hello first, right?
Yeah, by saying hello first, but the older man, if wanted, would go for shaking hand. The smaller one shouldn't go firstly for shaking hand. The bigger one would go for it. but the smaller one would start saying is the first person that says hello.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So you're Afghan, but you were raised in Iran. So
Yeah.
are the etiquette between people that are Afghan different than the people that are Persians?
You mean
How similar is the etiquette between
okay?
Afghan and someone is Afghan, somebody that's Persian?
Actually, our culture is mostly the same because we share the same religion. We are a part of that they call themselves Shia. We are Shia, and we do speak the Persian, the Dari, that is old language, and our language is mostly the same, but it's not all the same. But we can understand each other, so we do share the same culture as well. It's all the same, yeah.
Okay, interesting. Very interesting. So all the other customs are most of the customs in your country, is it common for men? Grace brought up the other day how in India it's maybe not everyone, but it's common for men to eat first, and I think in some cases to eat separate from women. Is that true also,
Yeah.
or is that yeah?
Yeah, actually, it is true. But I mean, for example, if we are all cousins and we are all aunts and uncle, father, mother, doesn't make any problem. But when there's another far family, yeah, we do have a separate room for men's boy, and yeah, for men and girls. Yeah, that's true. Males.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I need to remember that and not ask silly questions, huh?
Yeah, right.
Segregation.
The people not fall in love with them.
What?
People don't fall in love with them.
So they feel like that their female are so beautiful. Other people who are coming in their house, they will fall in love with them, and their female also. That's why they are protecting.
A lot of people would fall in love with you guys. A lot of people would fall in love with you.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that is a culture. I
And do
mean,
you
here.
Rick, in my country, forget about shaking with other man. You cannot shake your hand with your husband also if there is a family
Wow.
members near.
No?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay.
It seems, Rick, it seems, Rick,
Rick, if husband is doing job in marine or suppose in army, he comes after 3 months and everybody wants to hug him, but female means her partner shouldn't. His partner shouldn't.
Okay.
If she wants to hug in front of other family member, it won't good. They feel like that she is a bad woman.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, in which country? Sorry.
Yeah, and Rick.
That's
Yeah.
in India.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say that, Rick,
In,
this is a culture from a very long ago, and I mean, yeah. I mean,
can I ask
it doesn't mean that the people. It doesn't mean that the people are not happy visiting each other or something like that. They are not. They are not mean. I mean, this is the culture that how is it going. Yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Okay. Thank you.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I mean, we do like to have guests or something like that. I mean, that's the only culture.
Okay. Well, this is important information to know. I feel like one day, and I made this comment yesterday, I think, one day we should each write down on a piece of paper and send it to me, kind of some things that we would need to remember if we ever visited your country.
Yeah.
I think that would be really, really useful. Okay, so Sulka, you said you had a question earlier?
yes, I was asking in which country is this behavior. If someone is there by family, the others can't give the hand or to hug. But yes, I understood in India, and I have another question. All in India or only in a part or somewhere? I think in villages and or and in cities, I mean.
No, it is not culture from village or culture from city. Indian culture, most of the 70% people are belief on this culture that in front of father, mother, means suppose man wants to sleep in his bedroom, he never want to come before his father and mother goes to bed. Maybe for they have number of rooms, number, we are living in joint family, we have 9, 10 rooms, four, five washroom, very, before there was very huge house. Nowadays people don't get safety and all are by, they want to buy society, inside the society flat system, that is different. But before people are having 7, 8 bedrooms, living rooms, everything, but still man man does not come to sleep in his bedroom with wife. As long as his father, mother, brother, sister, they are in living room, they are talking, when they goes to bed, then only married person should come to bed. It was also one culture here. Some people even now also following that norms.
Okay, thanks.
It seems, Rick, that our country is like the more relaxed. I mean, we don't have all these stringent rules. I mean, we can basically greet people however we want. But these other cultures are thousands of years old. I guess if your culture has been around, for thousands of years, you can't just drop the old customs. You have to keep the traditions.
Well, I think. Go ahead, Soka.
Okay, Jimmy, I want to say that for someone that don't know this culture, maybe it looks very strange. It's yes, for some people, but for the people that lives with these rules, it's very common sense. It's very logical.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
go ahead. Sorry,
No, I was going to say that I think that not just the United States, but I think in general Western Europe.
Yeah.
Now, I would make the argument where Sucre from Albania, Macedonia, Serbia, some of these countries that used to be part of Yugoslavia, etc. They do have a little bit different culture as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Etiquettes as well. Bosnia and other places like this.
Herzegovina.
Yeah. So it is really, really interesting. So since you're here, Soka, I do have one question, and I know. Well, I'll wait. I'll ask later because I don't want to get back to the religion thing.
Yes, you can ask me. You can ask me for everything that you want.
well,
I can explain because I know the rules of Albania, Kosovo, and some rules of Macedonia, and yes, I can answer with you.
Well, I think Albania is because it's considered to be one of the more conservative countries in that area, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. For this, there are many discuss, but someone that want to judge Albania go to say yes, they are very conservative and they are very close in their family, in their folks family. And for this, I was to ask the girl from India. Before many years, we have the same rules, but now, let's say 50 years, or but in some close family, maybe some older men, they go to remember. Oh, in my good age, before many years, nobody can hug the other woman. For example, one couple of wedding go to another wedding, they can't hug each other.
Right.
Before many years. But now we have changed, but not 100%. The villages have the are a little bit close. They have rules that can't destroy it. For example, if I go there in a village, I can't say no, I don't like this. For example, if I go in a village, or I have I have my village when I go during the summer or some days during the all year. If someone come to my house and if they are from villages, come to my house at my village, one man and one woman, husband and wife, and if with them is a father and mother of them, they don't prefer to sleep together. Wife and woman, yes,
Right,
if they are younger. But at the other hand, it's not a problem. We go to prefer not modern rules because someone go to ask calls new or modern rules, but like civilization. Those rules that have in some days in some villages today, there are during the time, but before 50 years or 100 years, we have not mostly of villages, but cities are have like the other countries' rules. For example, we have a city here in Albania. His name is Korça. It's in the east of Albania. And in Albania, and many people that come here calls small Paris, because they have the almost the same living like in Paris, and they haven't those rules. They call those rules ignorant rules. But for some family that want to be very safe, if we can talk before 100 years, that we haven't rules in our countries and we must to be very safe for our families. Yes, those rules are very necessary. Don't keep your hand these strange people. Don't hug these strange people, because sometimes they become to kill or to violent, to have a violent behavior, or to do. Let me find. I know. It's to rape someone, and for this the people was very scared and go to say no. We must to keep safe and to stay far away from the others. The same thing I think for Macedonia, Serbia, villages, and Kosovo. But during the time we go to have a good, how can I say, culture to see how we can do the best thing. And now, if someone go to an old man or old woman go to say yes before many years, you can't give your hand, and you can shake your hand with another man. For me, for example, and the young people, the youth people, go to say no. Come on, what are you talking about this?
Yes. Well, it's really, Sulka, it's really interesting. Like we were just typing in the chat box here, there's so much of many countries that we don't know that much about. So it's always interesting to learn. So thank you for sharing that. Yes. I want to go ahead. I've got to go in a few minutes, but I think Anna didn't get a chance. Anna, did you want to say something? Anna?
Hi. Yes, I'm here.
Hey, how are you?
Fine, thanks. Should I speak about etiquette or
yeah?
I can add something to something about hijab.
Sure. Yeah.
One of my friends, she was studying in University of Tehran, and she's genius. I want to say that she understands well when reads some books. Sometime came to me on Skype and told me that, hey, did you know that hijab is not your real hijab, is not like this, that we don't have to cover our heads, One, when in old times, when it was told to prophets and others, the women should cover themselves. That meant they should cover their bodies, not their, heads. It was not necessary, and so this is something added later. And yeah, I just wanted to say about this and about the etiquettes. I think. Are you there?
Yes,
Yeah, we're
yes.
here. We're here. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought I'm alone. About the etiquettes, I should talk about the etiquettes I don't like. Yes, in my country.
Yes.
For example, something that I remember now, when people have guests here, they try to make at least two foods for the guests. And so, this causes to be, to that people discuss having coming, something like that. I think we should take it easier, and this way we always always be ready to have guests, and we will enjoy the time when we have the guests. And people here are not straight. For example, somebody calls at the 11 or 20, 23 at night, and that time he wants to come to your home, and they cannot say no, it's not a good time. Please come another time. They just accept it, but again they discussed it. It is some kind of complimentary. People shouldn't be like that. I didn't like this in our country. Thank you.
You said something right now, Anna, that I remember when I was in Tunisia and I was eating at one of the first nights I went to his brother's house. Then the second night I went to his cousin's house. And in both cases, they served so much food, more food, more food, more food, more food. And I was like, please. I was thinking I didn't say it, but I was thinking to myself, okay, that's enough. Okay, that's enough. Okay, that's enough. Okay, I'm thinking, okay. And it was like, really, to be honest with you, I felt a little bit uncomfortable because I felt like they were putting so much effort into it that for me, let me give you an example. If I have somebody come here, sure, I'm going to treat them, but maybe I just go in the backyard and barbecue something, okay? But they brought like 3 or 4 or 5, 6 different courses or dishes, right? And this thing, that thing.
Oh man!
And I was like, oh my gosh, how many? Well, and I know that for them, I told them because I was trying to eat all the food they gave me because I wanted to show my thanks. But I tell you what, I have never eaten so much food in my life. And afterwards, I told Amin, okay, we have to, instead of taking a taxi to where we're going, I said, let's walk after. Okay.
Can I share a funny story?
Sure.
Here in Albania was a group of tourists. Some of them from USA, some from Italy. I don't know. Maybe they was a colleague or member of family. But at first time they come here and to enjoy our food. We have a kind of alcohol we call saraki, and we do by ourselves here, by our hand. How can I say?
Homemade.
Yeah, homemade. Yes, thanks, Jimmy. And at first time they go to enjoy, to taste this and to say no, we can't drink this. But time by time they have sometimes to stay here in Albania. Time by time they go to taste, and after that they go to enjoy this kind of alcohol because it's not very strong. And after that, they go to learn all the kinds of alcohol. And we call alcohol for grapes, alcohol from the other fruits. And at the end, they go to say, oh, yes, we enjoy this kind of alcohol, and we learned all the names of alcohols in Albania. Yes, they enjoy it, but at first they go to say, no, we can't. This is very strange. It's a culture of food, a culture of
yeah.
You know, I think that again, that part of Montenegro, Macedonia, Albania, that whole part, there's so much culture there that a lot of people don't really know that much about. You know, it's interesting, Soka. When I was just looking at a map again, because I was in Bari, Italy last month. I was in Bari, Italy, and that's right across from Albania, right?
You know, all the Balkan here have almost the same culture in many things, for many reasons. But I can say only one reason, because of Ottoman Empire.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, and we have many by this culture, especially in food. And you can, those countries, yes, we go to say, oh, this is Albanian food. If someone come from Greece, can say, no, this is Greece food. And if you go to Serbia or Macedonia, they go to say, yes, for dinner, I have to cook you food that you never eat this food. When you go to eat, you can eat the same food. And it's very funny sometimes.
Well, it's something that is actually really, really, really interesting. I'm actually going to, I don't know if everybody knows where Albania's at.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I'm actually going to put a map there, okay?
Okay.
So you had, you wanted to say something before I go? So?
Yeah, you said about the food in Tunisia, where they give you a lot of food. You know the trick is you shouldn't eat all the food. This is the trick. If you eat all of the food, we'll call you like you are greedy. Oh my God, he's really hungry. So they give you the food. This is our culture. Even here in my country, when someone gives us, for example, the whole meals, we shouldn't eat the whole food.
Oh my gosh.
You shouldn't. Just eat some of them, and this is how you be polite. If you eat,
it's okay. He won't care. So I said this before anyway. Okay. So Amin likes to eat. Amin loves to eat. Okay. He loves to eat. Okay. So when we went to his cousin's house, Samira was with us, and Samira, I don't know if you've seen pictures of her on our Facebook page for Tunisia. She's a small, petite woman. Okay.
Yeah.
She's not she's very petite. So when Amin's cousin and her husband, and they have a small child, were there, you know, they brought up these big bowls of couscous, right, and lamb and other stuff on top of it, right? And like, you know, Amin, like, he ate his whole bowl. Then and Samir couldn't eat that much, so he ate all of Samir's bowl. Okay.
You're hungry.
And I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, where does all this food go? Okay.
You shouldn't. In front of the guests, you shouldn't eat too much. It means that you don't respect others.
Yeah.
So he was feeling comfortable with you. But when we are in, for example, in the guest here in my house or in my uncle's house, you shouldn't eat too much until you know that person. If you don't know him, you don't.
Well, I guess he knew me because he stayed in the same hotel room I was staying in Tunis, in the capital. So I guess, and I got to know his snoring and everything else. So I guess he felt comfortable. Okay?
Of course, even though he knows that you have that open mind that you won't judge him, so he was just comfortable. Good. But if you were with Tunisian people, man, he said, "Oh my God, you should eat at home. What's wrong with you?"
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I think there's a lot more you guys want to talk about. I do have to go, though. So thank you. And again, for the new members, Soka, I'm very happy to meet you. Very happy that you participated.
Thank you, too.
Look forward to I've met Soka. She's nice.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you.